Hello everybody, this is Pete from PA Labs continuing to video 2 on the new awesome rewrite to the tile sheets. We just finished going over what the standard tile is and pretty much the layout of how the tile importer works. And now let's go kind of see some of the other changes and then see the whole thing in action. So, the first thing you'll notice is some of the hacks, backdoors, whatever you want to call them, of applications as you develop have gone away. No longer does it just crudely ask you if you want to create a new tile. And if you say no, it tries to load tile 1. We now have a little pop-up screen that says, hey, I found this in the database. Do you want to load this or delete it, or do you want to add a new one? What do you want to do? So you can, some of the niceties are coming in, okay? So we'll go ahead and load our default. Whoops, I double clicked. All right, now, what are we looking at the moment? So what we have is the tile sets over here. And yes, we just have the one, right? Yeah. I want you to notice how fast these guys are going to load up. And over the previous version, that's pretty much greased lightning. So when you have this on your machine, it'll probably be faster. My machine is kind of starved for resources. So you'll be impressed with how fast that loads up. Now, the other thing to note here is that we're really playing with layers now. We have a layer 1 that we're playing on. And we now have a ground. Okay, so the ground can be dirt, and it can be grass, or it can be snow. And I meant to click snow, so there we go. So we have snow. Now this is a completely independent thing. You can't change what this is. Eventually I'll add more different types of land like rocks or gravel or sand or some such crap. But the basic concept of this is that the Canvas gadget does not accept an alpha layer image. So if you try to draw any sort of alpha layer image, all of the alpha color is black. So it's ugly as sin. It's terrible. So you have to draw or do your graphics on an alpha layer to get them correct, but you need an underlying ground for them to be presented properly. Okay? So that's where the dirt comes in. So, or the whatever, grass or what have you. Well, we can stay with dirt. I don't particularly care right now. Now, the addition of this, your layer 1 now is a pure alpha layer. It's invisible. There is no pigment on it whatsoever. What you're looking at is we're looking through layer 1 at the ground. All right. So if you want to come over here and put some ground in, sure enough, you can do it. There you go. You now have some cool ground, or maybe you want to put a lake on there as well. So you can do that, or maybe not. I don't know what we want to do. We'll get rid of those. Okay, so that then caused a ricochet all the way around of drawing on nothing and how to delete nothing. If you have an image, believe it or not, that was a real booger. If you have an alpha layer, which is itself nothing, how do you take and return it to nothing to delete an image? Because I have the image that you've drawn in the, here we are. Okay, so I have, when I go to look at the undo, I know what this image is. I know what every single cell is, but I can't paint nothing on top of something and have it be that and have it go to nothing. Well, believe it or not, PureBasic knew that. And they have this drawing mode of alpha channel. And alpha channel says, you're drawing this image, and it might be a circle, a square, it could be a tiddlywink for all we know. And if I draw it with alpha channel, basically I'm deleting it off of the map. Okay, so that's taking that and putting him to nothing. Okay, pretty cool actually. But it was a lot of little changes throughout the app. There's probably still some I haven't found. So that's some of the stuff. You're probably looking over here and going, but Pete, you have an alpha layer here, right? Well, no, that's a graphic. I went and copied an alpha layer and I put it down first, and then I put your graphic on top of it so you don't see the black. That's an optical illusion. So now let's do the next piece of what I've been working on. And I didn't think I was going to do this, but then I got addicted and actually working at it. Now, pay attention that how smooth that rounds around. See that? That right there is a function of those little tits, those bottom left, top right, all those, that old image too, and all the work it's taken to get it to be what it is today. And you can see when you undo, there's going to be a few glitches here I haven't found or worked through. What I have gotten working is you can actually envelop somebody from the upper left. You can also envelop from the bottom right, and it works beautiful. You cannot back over or remove without having it get screwed up. I'm not sure if this is going to be fixable. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I go over and then I go back, he doesn't reset it back to the way he should. And that might just be a thing. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Also, I have eliminated from the code the ability to go backwards in an inverted direction. That makes dealing with these little dot thingies impossible. So that's how this works. You can come up from the bottom, and it envelops beautifully, and everybody's happy. As you can see, that's doing pretty good. Let's see where we want to go next. Do we have, okay, so the next thing I'm going to be tackling on this as I pick up the debugging is the ability to grab multiple tiles here and be able to place an image with multiple tiles from here when it's not a type A. So type A is its own animal. These are the big 17, 16 grid images. The type Bs and whatnot are individual kind of images, and therefore the ability to place multiple on the screen makes sense as a single entity kind of thing. So here you have a volcanic top, and then you have lots of different ways you can build it out on the bottom. You have caves. Some of these cave entrances are split in two. I mean, there's all kinds of things like that here. So when you guys see some of these guys here, this can be pretty huge. You can make some pretty cool stuff with these things as well. So anyhow, that is what I want to point out as what's coming next there. Importing. You have the ability to import. Some of these screens have changed a bit. Close that down. If you notice, we didn't go back to the initial screen here. Where we're going to go here is from here if you want to edit the tiles, it's going to bring up a list of all the tile names, a full size 48 by 48 screen with a keyed selection, so you can see what's blocked, what's not blocked, and then have the ability to change the blocking status, that sort of thing, and the ability to change the name. The naming is such an interesting thing about these. It seems that each sheet was created by a different team and therefore has its own standards. So it's a bit confusing. I've done the best I can. That's all I can truly say. But importing is pretty much the same, other than the fact it's faster now than it was. Um, I don't think I need to go through importing another one. We can zoom the map now. He jumps by 8 pixels each time, and you can take it on up to, I think, 128. Or you can go down to, it starts at a 32. I think I let you bring it down to like a 20. Uh, let's see how far we can go down. That looks about right. Okay, so this is, 4 tiles or 5 tiles here, 6 tiles. So you can see the map grows and shrinks itself. So yeah, that's the tile update. What I'm going to look at in our next video is how does this work? Okay, because this is just a Canvas gadget, right? There's nothing special or fancy about it, but how on earth can I do this and have it remake itself, how can I draw on there and have it go away and come back and until I let it go and then it's there permanently. Okay? How does that work? And then how does it work for the different aspects? Okay, or lines. Haven't tested lines in a while. So anyhow, that's going to be the next topic in the next video, and we're going to go in depth in code. So I want to thank you all for watching.